shadow's embrace, where the blood runs deep. I've hacked stands of vow to keep, blades of anguish, hearts of dread, life stolen, the dire Lord is fed. Rise, O dire Lord, claim the night, harness the void, unleash your might. In darkness bound, yet unafraid, the legion's call will never fade. From silent plains where echoes will, a crimson path is dark and trim. Fear's a weapon sharp and keen, an endless nightmare unseen. Rise, O dire Lord, claim the night, harness the void, unleash your might. In darkness bound, yet unafraid, the legion's call will never fade. With shadow-clad armor and a will of stone, the unleashed legion fights, never alone. Through blood and bone, through fire and rain, victories echo a dire Lord's refrain. Rise, O dire Lord, claim the night, harness the void, unleash your might. In darkness bound, yet unafraid, the legion's call will never fade.
Yep.
So remember his name when the skies turn black. Arfex the dire Lord leading the pack. For realms unknown, his legend flows. Where the shadow leads, the unleashed go. In the shadow's embrace, where the blood runs deep, I've hacked stands of vow to keep, blades of anguish, hearts of dread, life stolen, the dire Lord is fed. Rise, O dire Lord, claim the night, harness the void.
Folks, we're gonna get the Riddler quest here, the Riddled Path. In the shadows deep where the secrets sleep, seek the hidden where lost treasures weep. Amongst the spoils of those who roamed, an ancient relic lies, its story unfold. Where stone guardians stand their ground, a head of old shall be found. Amidst their might where the strength is shown, the clue you seek, the power has grown. Old stones draped in spectral light where a ghostly flame burns ever bright. Seek the glow that haunts the air, a lantern lost in the spirit's glare. So we want to do this guy right here. It's going to give us a ring that we use at level 12. And we are 11, almost 12. All right, I've got the quest. Yep. Welcome in, folks. Got the stream up. Goober Relic, welcome in. How are you doing? Oh, trying to get the jackrabbit. Nice. All right, so this is the bag that we need to get. Still an artifact. So we got in the shadows deep, where secrets sleep. The hidden seek the hidden, where lost treasures weep. That's the little bag that we just got. Now we're gonna go for the third step. Since we're right here, this is the lantern. The lantern is in the fort. Mm-hmm. In that building right here, right? Yep. How's everyone doing? Welcome in. Welcome in. Devin, how you doing, man? Hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Yes, I'm headed to 3 right now. It is sunrise. Hold on. Nope, it's 6 hour 16, so it's getting close to sunset. My keyboard even sounds good over the microphone. Oh, I hear Merida typing. Very much. Maybe one day we'll build one. Yep. Yeah, these guys are popping up here to do it looks like. Yep. Skypire. What's going on? Oh, you is there one on 2? Oh. H2O Mason? How you doing? Hope you're having a wonderful weekend. This is the backside of the manor. So we are doing a quest, the Riddler quest. So we did one step already. So in the shadows deep where secrets sleep, seek the hidden where lost treasures weep. Amongst the spoils of those who roamed, an ancient relic lies in its story untold. So we grabbed the stolen artifact there. Was an abandoned camp just down from the manor here behind a tent. You'll be able to look at the VOD and see how to do this too if you need to know. You know, those on Twitch, what I've never noticed is my icon is covering part of my face on Twitch. Is that a thing? Oh, only when it's small. Only when it's small. Okay, there we go. Just noticed. Yeah, you can come do Manor from like 12 to 15-ish. Yes. Yeah, I'm on 3 right now. Yep. Mm-hmm. It got dark here now. It's always boring waiting in this game. Yeah, I'm waiting for a quest item spawn, and apparently these guys are also, so. Been struggling to get from 11 to 12. I'll be there one day. You will. Where are you at right now? Where are you trying to level at? AVP just kiting. Go, if you want to get 12, go to Halnir Cave. So it looks like the lantern is up. Got it. Got aggro. Run. I'm sure these guys are going to be pissed that I grabbed it, but I was here before they logged in. What's the respawn on that lantern? Do we know? I'm sure they're going to be mad at me, but I was logged in before they were. But got the lantern, so yeah. Really? But you can solo? Yes. Well, no, you can't solo in Halnir. My class can solo, but if you mean can you solo in Halnir? No. You need a group, but you'll get your level pretty quickly. Halnir's good XP. All right, so we've got 2 of the 3. I'm gonna go check on y'all's little bag. So this spot right here is where that bag spawns for the very first part. We've got 3 of us doing it, so we're trying to get 3 of each of these pieces, unfortunately. Excuse me. But that right there is where that bag will spawn. Devin, thank you for the follow over on Twitch as well. Is there a pickup quest or a quest you have to first pick up from someone? So yes, you're going to talk to the ghostly Riddler. He spawns at night on the island in between Throne Fast and like this side here. So if you're like run to the Goblin Caves, the second entrance to the Goblin Caves, and you look back across like you're looking towards Throne Fast proper, there's an island in the middle. You climb up there, wait for nightfall, and a ghostly Riddler will pop there. So, how is everybody's weekend so far? Those new folks who just popped in, how y'all doing? Yeah, if it's 18, it should be anytime now. Oh, also, Dravik TV, sorry, you followed like right as soon as I went live. So if I missed, I can't remember if I said called it out or not. But if I didn't, Dravik TV, thank you so much for the follow. Actually, I have a question for chat. Do you like it when like you follow someone and they call you out and say thank you? Or do you just want like no acknowledgement on average? I always wondered, like, I don't mind personally, but I wonder how people feel about that. Because I'm sure some people think it's like creepy. It's like, dude, I just followed you. I don't want you to like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm very social. So, what just happened? Oh, I like it personally. It's nice. Oh, shit. What did we, oh, Cosmic Egghead. Thank you. We hit our goal. We hit a follower goal. Nice. You guys rock. All right. Let's. There we go. Got a new one set up. Thank you for thanking me. Yes. Good. I'm glad. I'm glad. I just don't want to like, you know, some people I'm guessing probably take it as creepy. Like I just wanted to pop in. I hit follow, but I don't want you to call me out like, you know, give them anxious, like anxiety or something. But streamers that call people are weird. So you're on the other side of the fence. Gotcha. Okay. Like other than follow, I just when somebody talks in chat. Do you think extroverts are just sitting here on Twitch? That's true. That's true. but here's the reason I think that people like enjoy that more often than not is because you also have people that like stream snipe. They just want to like run across your stream as you're streaming just so that they could like be on the stream. So that's why I was always like leaning into kind of just saying, hey, thank you for following, that kind of thing. Respond the same way you would if someone started following you IRL, turns around, what's up, dude? Why you following me? The fuck you looking at? No. Just mean mug the camera. I already kind of do that because I got a really bad case of RBF. It's true. Decided on release, I'll probably main Necro. Just hope they buff the Skelly a bit more by then. Oh yeah, Necros need a little bit of love, but they're pretty strong. They are. They're anticlimactic till you get to like 12. But they've got to do a good job of kind of balancing everybody out. Right now it's kind of anticlimactic for a couple of classes. You know, like Rogue is probably the one I think that needs the most love right now, but that's just my personal opinion. They need, what I don't want happening is like EverQuest Rogue, right? Where it's like no one rolls them. So it just kind of sucks. Just like having the ability to gear a pet. Yeah. Yep. Jinx. I'm just going to call it Jinx. Jinx, thank you for the follow and welcome in. Is that how you say? Is it G Jinx or Jinx or Gajinx? I don't know, guys. I just work here. I'm your Pantheon barista for the day, so I'm really bad at reading names on cups. You said it right? Jinx. Okay. I said it all the different ways, so I'm guessing Jinx is right. Nice. Okay. Good deal. Well, welcome in. As always, anybody that's in, I love hearing everybody's Pantheon stories or like getting your Pantheon questions. That's part of the reason I stream, is to answer questions. So if you have any stories you'd like to share, anything that's fun or challenging or something cool you found, feel free to chime in, let us know. And if you have Pantheon questions, please do ask your questions. Some of you are probably sitting there going, should I buy this? Most of you have already bought it. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Buy it. It is a fantastic game. Especially if you like this genre. If you like this genre, I mean, it's worth it because you pay $40. You get it for 2 years. No additional cost. And then maybe after the 2 years, there's a sub. Who knows? Fens, buy it. Yep. Exactly. A little aimless at the moment, waking up, deciding if I should turn my brain off. AFK farms doesn't seem healthy. Oh, Avalia Brewing Company. I want some beer. No, Jesse knows. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. Hey, Arth, need need ideas on a good duo for Shaman. We're trying to steer away from tank class since our static has a tank already, but we don't want to be limited on what we can do on off nights. Thinking Ranger, Rogue, maybe Wizard. Your input would be awesome to hear. That's a good question. So, are you the shaman or is your buddy the shaman? Because what I would say is I would really go probably like, so buddy is the shaman. Okay, so what is your class fantasy? Like, what do you really enjoy? Like, you just want to blow shit up? You want to be like jack of all trades? There's a lot of options with a shaman duo. Shaman is so strong that anybody can really do it. So high damage. Okay, so you have kind of a couple options. So Ranger is going to be pretty high damage. Monk is going to be pretty high damage. Summoner, if you want like the ability to definitely kind of tank without being a tank, if that makes sense. At level 12, you could go Necro and still pseudo tank. Summoner is going to be the stronger from a group perspective. Like, from a duo perspective with tanking. But you have a lot of options. You have a lot of options with that shaman as your duo partner. Do you like pet classes, or do you like? So summoner, the reason I say summoner is you get a tank pet at level 2. So you have a tank pet like right out the gate. Right? And then at level 20 you get 2 pets. You get a healing pet and a tanking or DPS pet or whatever. So like when you eventually group with your buddy for your trio or your group content or whatever, and he's already tanking, you have your healing pet, and then you swap in like your fire pet just for raw damage. You're going to do really good damage. But then like when you and your shaman buddy are duoing, you're going to drop your fire pet, pull out your tank pet, right? Your Titan pet, and you have that. I have Necro leveled up, but didn't seem the DPS heavy as we wanted. Yeah. Yep. That makes sense. They're DPS, but they're not high DPS. If you do fire pet, it doesn't tank, but it can do a lot of DPS. So, but yeah, I would say ranger, monk, or summoner. I think that's the route I'd go. But that's just me personally. Like rogue cannot solo. Well, I'm not going to say cannot. You can. It's just extremely difficult. So I think ranger would be a better benefit there. But I would probably, if it was me personally, I'd probably go summoner. Because you're going to get the best of both worlds. You're going to have the ability to tank, but also do really respectable damage. And then if you really don't really care about tanking and you want to do just outright damage, the fire pet's damage is really good right now. Yeah, no problem. Let me know how it goes. Check back in. Just got Pantheon and started a cleric. Any tips for new players coming into this game or genre? Jesse, what is your previous game? Like, what are you coming from? Sophia, so tempted to pick this up. The only thing close I've played to this is Final Fantasy 11, and I love it. This almost seems to have the same vibes. It does have an old school vibe. It is very much like an old school EverQuest meets like some elements of WoW without being like real quest hubby and stuff. So, but I recommend it. It's $40. You're going to get hundreds of hours worth of entertainment out of it. I'm a big fan of the game, and that's part of the reason I'm streaming, and I'm trying to spread how well this game goes over, considering how early in development, or how much of an alpha this is currently. Played EQ2, WoW, and Final Fantasy 14. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think cleric-wise, cleric is very strong. Hold on just a second. Sorry, my pupper is going absolutely nuts down there. Oh Lord. All right. How many hours? Oh, for me? I've lived Pantheon since November. Basically when I wasn't working, and I took a month off of work to create content for this game. So it was basically every day, all day. When I'm not sleeping, it's something Pantheon related. It's editing, it's recording, it's coming up with Pantheon scripts, Pantheon ideas, etc. That is literally all I've done for the last almost 2 months. So But for those who know what EverQuest is, I left Teak server where I had a 60 Shadow Knight, was doing all the raids and stuff. I was in Faceless, which is a hardcore raiding guild there. Teak was a progressive server, so basically you started at the second expansion or the first expansion, Runes of Kunark, and you went forward. So I got to, what do we do? Lucklin. We did the Lucklin raids, got like Vexthal keyed, all that stuff, and I logged in to do the Vexthal stuff and then logged out, and then I've never really played it again. It's the only game that's made me step away from EQ. Summoner spell rotation. I'm not sure. So the shards and stuff, or what are these called? Spike Swarm. So building that is relatively new. When I played Summoner up before, the Spike Swarm wasn't a thing, and Mana Bomb didn't have the regen associated with it. So it's very repetitive right now, where you're doing like Spike Swarm, you build up Spike Swarm, right? It's going to consume a chunk of your mana, then you Mana Bomb it. That's going to give you that mana back, and then, you know, you do your X, Y, and Z. If you're in a group, your rotation is going to be different, right? Because you're probably going to lead with Force to create an opening gap on your target. And for those who don't know, Force is a technique, and a technique like this one opens a gap. So what it's going to do is it's going to put a little red square on your mob, right? And it's going to say opening gap. Let me see if I can. Let me find a guy right here. Oh, what is going on? I saw some rubber banding earlier, but that's kind of crazy. Damn it, I don't really, there's no mobs up. So, but basically what it's going to do, excuse me. It's going to put a little red square, right? And so Force is going to do some damage, but it's going to create an opening gap, and that opening gap is going to look like a little target. Okay. And then what that's going to do is a melee DPS is going to see that opening gap in a group and say, oh, I need to do my piercing armor. And so they'll consume that opening gap with a dagger thrust using whatever skill they're using. And that's going to consume that and turn it into pierced armor. And what that's going to do is that mob will now have like 25% reduced armor. Okay. There are other scenarios too, where like it depends on what weapon that melee has. If he has a dagger, it could be piercing armor. If he has a club, it could be like slow. If he has a sword and he does slashing damage, it could be oh good lord, what'd I say? Okay, yep, give me just a sec. But anyway, so it'll do like reduce resistances, reduce the speed at which they do things, or reduce their armor. So you might want to lead with that. And then somebody's going to drop expose. So your opening gap as a caster, the melee can do the same thing for the casters, right? So we opening gap for them, they expose for us as a caster. So like I may lead off with Force, then he consumes that, reduces armor, and then he leads with conjure, or not conjure, sorry, exposure, right, which gives an exposed state, and then we conjure chains. So now between the first 4 things that are completed on that mob, you're going to have like reduced armor and reduced attack speed. So there's that kind of synergy that you have to work on back and forth between the different classes in the group. And then you're going to start spinning your spikes up, drop your mana bomb, spin your spikes up, right? And just keep kind of badgering the target with that damage. So, but later on, I'm not sure what that looks like. So that's why I'm actually leveling this guy. This was going to be my main until my wife decided she was going to play, and then she wanted to be a cleric. So I'm like, well, I better make a tank. All right, where are we going? Are you on the same shard right now? Yep. I'm standing next to my pet, so there's like a lot of server lag going on right now. Oh, you just popped in front of me. Yep. Yep. Can I explain expose again? Sure. So we open gap, and then a melee is going to consume that gap, right? And then a melee is going to expose a target, which we can consume. So like as a mage, I can slow the mob by 25% based on their exposed state. So I'm going to open gap for them. They're going to expose for me. And then we're both going to consume those with another spell or another skill, another technique that's going to convert that into an actual debuff. Yep. Where are we headed? Is it still in the zone or is it AVP? Oh, gotcha. Okay. Oh, so it requires opening first. So for if you're a melee, yes, you're gonna require opening gaps. So you're gonna look at the debuffs that are on the mob, right? And then you may have something that requires an opening gap. So when I hit force, if I just hit force, it's gonna open a gap, right? And somebody may not ever consume that. Like if you're soloing, no one's ever gonna consume that. So force does something. It'll do some damage. But when you're in a group, instead of just doing damage, it's going to create that opening gap, which someone else is going to use to do their debuff. So think of it as like a pre-debuff, essentially. Oh my gosh, can you hear my dog in the background? She's just in the background going, arr, arr. Nerd Dwarf, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in, welcome in. Share your Pantheon stories or your Pantheon questions. We love to hear about all of the cool experiences everyone is having in the game right now. Yes, a lot of I haven't seen this server lag since the opening day or two. Like opening weekend of early access. Oof. Yes, it is. There's absolutely a lot of crazy lag going on right now. I may need to reach out and figure out what's going on here. My favorite mob in the game right now. That's the bat that ate Taco Bell right there. Oh shit. Yep, instantaneously. An admin just like, hey, let me turn the lights out, guys. My screen is full of people in town, very populated at the moment. It might just be this zone. Might just be thrown fast right now. Yeah, it's the hub. It's the EC tunnel of the game right now. Yeah, we'll see. We shall see. Yeah, let me reach out real quick and see if they know this is going on. We're getting a Blackmoon opening weekend lag right now, basically. We're getting the rubber banding like Blackmoon opening weekend. Remember all the stuttering? Yeah, Blackmoon for the most part almost stays red though. It's wild. What is it doing? Stop! Are there any hobgoblins up? This is so good. There we go. Yeah. Which chart are we on? Are we on 3, right? Or 2? Oh, I don't think I saved my PowerShell script. Womp womp. Oh, that time I actually didn't rubber band like that. That's wild. Disparaging Professor, thank you for the follow. Welcome in, welcome in. Share your Pantheon fun or Pantheon questions. Is it me or are there no mobs up? Like all the goblins are down. Oh, they just popped. Stay against the rocks. No, they all popped at the same time. It must be like a lag issue with like loading the assets, like all the mobs based on distance. Just camp / camp. See if you can get out before he reacts. 0. Is it up on the screen right now? Okay, I got it. I had to go right up to it. And that mob has aggroed me. And then I will attempt to camp it. Well, this is fun. That's a testament, though, to how popular this game has been and how well it's been received. Yep. Oh, it logs. It actually it let me out. It worked. It worked. It worked for me. That's okay. I'm gonna log back in to watch Cal die, and then they're all gonna aggro me. The rock is up. It's up on 2. The rock is up on 2. Took them 25 years to realize they just needed to reskin and add zones to EQ. I mean, it's not exactly the same. I like the combat in this way better. There's a lot of elements that have been greatly improved over EverQuest, but definitely, definitely in the same realm of EQ. Absolutely. Anyone who likes EQ will most likely like this game. I thought you'd take Sundays off. I took all of yesterday off. I didn't touch the game. I didn't log into the game. I didn't do editing. I did nothing. And it was frickin' glorious. Like, I even played and did work on Christmas. So that yesterday was the first day I did not touch Pantheon since like October. So we actually went to bed early. I got lots of sleep. We got up early this morning. We went and did grocery shopping, had some breakfast. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to play a little bit of Pantheon today. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun. So I decided, yeah, I'll stream a little bit today. I'll stream up until probably I play, like, go to dinner. Go make dinner. What's up? I also stream games. Nice. How's everything? Doing very well. Never played EverQuest. I have it though. So it's an old school MMO. So there's death penalties, like you lose XP when you die. It's a challenging game, but it's a lot of fun. Is the reward for this quest worth it? I mean, yeah, I did it in about an hour. It's 10 health, 10 mana. So it's something. Yeah, but it's crazy how much money and effort they spent trying to get away from this model. Yeah. They didn't really, like, the original EQ budget was higher than the budget that they have made this game with. Okay, so here I went and did a little digging. I couldn't remember the exact number. So EverQuest, right? Back 1998, the development budget for EverQuest was $25 million. This game hasn't even had a $10 million budget. Just FYI. So when people are like, oh, it spent so much time in development. Yeah, because they didn't have money. It's crowdfunded. This is all paid for by the player base. So, potions or perma HP and mana points. So you have a regen, but they're gonna have potion belts. That's gonna be a thing. Jimby, what's up? How are you? Hopefully you're having a wonderful weekend. At what point does Sony fund Verant, or was it always like that? Yeah, so original dev cost in 1998 for EverQuest was 25 million. That's for Classic. That's just EQ Classic. Now, to be fair to that budget, they did have to build their own engine. There wasn't like a lot of stuff back then. But this game does have investors, yes, but that investment plus all of the crowdfunding has been $10 million to date. Like that's early access state. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Now, this is utilizing an engine. They didn't have to build a graphics engine, but still they have to have people that know how to work with it and build graphics for it, etc. So you can climb right here. Ooh, did you see that? That was good. You can watch it on stream. I jumped right into another rock cling pull up. Yep. Their chute didn't open and she smashed into the ground. Yep. Yep. And you keep going, I want to go skydiving again. No. Nope. Oh, look. Look who it is. It's Oki. He just ran off. He's like, fuck that Arthax guy. I'm just going to run off. That's fine, man. So I see how it is. All right, so there's our 3 quest pieces. All right, babe, see you in a minute. Bye. The wife's picking up the kiddo. That's why the puppy dog was going crazy. So it was, we had this like ice ring around my kiddo's car this morning. So we're in Texas. We got a ton of snow. And then it melted a little bit, refroze. So we still got a little bit of like compacted snow, which kind of feels like ice down here anyway. So she's real nervous because she's not driven in snow or anything like that. So she came in, woke us up this morning, was like, hey, can you guys take me to work? So Merida took her to work, so she went to go pick her back up because she doesn't have her car. All right, so let's quickly talk videos. So next video that is in process is going to be a camp video. Where that is the plan. Does anyone have any other video suggestions? I know people want to see like stuff on mechanics, like I did a Ravage video that I think helped a lot of people with Halnir Cave entrance. Yes, young lady driver. That is correct. So, but she's real nervous. Like she doesn't want to upset people. So like, you know, when people get impatient and they honk at her, she gets real unnerved and kind of skittish. A stat deep dive video? Well, stats are relatively, like, the stat effects are relatively new and kind of hard to tune up. But yeah, I might look at doing that. Oh, she's 18. She is 18. But she will always be my kiddo. She doesn't take offense to that. We give her plenty of responsibility. She's a very good young adult. We've had that discussion. We had it with both of our kids. So we have an 18 and a 22-year-old. And we told them, look, it doesn't matter how old you are. Like if my parents were still alive, it would be kiddo, that kind of thing. So it's not like a derogatory term. It's a term of endearment because they're always going to be like, we're always going to see them as our child to some degree, right? We'll recognize that they are grown up and they can do their own things. And I've got two fantastic children. So a video on interrupts and the different versions each class gets and abilities versus spells would help people. Yep. I cannot. I'm only level 11. Rip. I need 2.5 more bubs and I can summon. You have no corpse in the zone? Are you 100% sure? Oh, why am I running to AVP? I needed to go to the other island. Yeah, log out, log in, see if that fixes it. Video for what items to collect for early bags or early coin. Okay, that makes sense. New to the game, started playing last night. Any guides or suggestions on what consumable professions for shaman, provision or alchemy? So anybody, so like this confuses a lot of people, the alchemy side of things. So like if you're coming from EverQuest, then you probably think that shaman is the only one that can do alchemy. That's not the case here. However, alchemy and cooking are very different trade skills, or provisioning, which is cooking and brewing. They're very different than traditional trade skills in this game because they don't have like schematics to build like X, Y, and Z where it gives you those components. You're going to have to, there's a little bit of trial and error. For alchemy, there are pages that you collect that will have hints at what the alchemy recipe is going to be. So it really depends. So alchemy is going to create like potions and different things that are going to be very helpful. Provisioning and brewing are going to cook food, or you're going to make food and water that give you stats and do other like food buffs. So that's also very worth it. So just really depends which flavor do you want to do? Do you want to just have stat food all the time on you? Or do you want to potentially like make like mana pots, health pots? I'm guessing at some point there's going to be like gate potions and that kind of stuff, maybe. I really see that being potentially a thing. But I could be wrong. How to act in a party, how to target the right mob, when to start attacking. Damble, that's actually that is actually a great point. So that's one thing that has been very different for me. Yeah, you might, so it still didn't work. Yeah, I guess go see if you got a corpse up there, and if you don't, might have to reach out to Savanya and see. Like if maybe there's one lodged somewhere, like it glitched under the world and you're unable to summon it for some reason, or but yeah, that's really weird. JPEX, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Anyway, so what I was saying was, yeah, you can reach directly out to her. She's one of the only people that you can reach directly out to on their Discord. Because like you're only supposed to DM. Yep. Oh, I need to go further down here. Sorry. So what I was saying was, you know, Merida has never played an MMO before, so this is her first MMO. So seeing like the fact that she doesn't know some of the lingo, like what con is. I know a lot of people won't know what con is, but anybody coming from like EverQuest, you want to consider the mob con, and then that's going to tell you like what level they are, how much of a challenge, etc., etc., etc. But having new players like that, definitely. I mean, that's the whole reason actually for the um good lord, the More You Know series. The More You Know series is really targeted at folks who have never played or have never played like this style of MMO, right? Because this is very different. This is old school. There's some mechanics here that don't exist in other games, that kind of thing. Like the consider system, like the location system. So, but yeah, good recommendations. One of the things that we were talking about doing too was like camp etiquette. You know, because unfortunately on our last stream we had an issue with we had a new group of people that Merida was in group with. Come on. Oh good lord, I'm stuck on the wall. Don't cling to the wall, just heal. Let your endurance flow. But yeah, maybe doing something like a camp etiquette video where it's like if you see people camping a camp, just go to a different camp, find a different one. Don't try to pull their mobs, that kind of thing. But anyway, so what had happened was there was another guild that saw our new players and everybody getting kind of spooled up, spun up or whatever. They'd camped over, they were killing this area. And I guess I don't know if they took a break or something, but there were some mobs up, and so this group kind of came over and started basically taking from the camp when there's like 6 other camps open, but they were pulling from that camp. And then Merida messaged somebody and was saying something like, hey, we're pulling from this camp, we're camping here, we've been here for a bit. And they basically told her to F off, and so I had to get involved, and I tried to log over by myself and all that and talk to them, and they told me to F off, so we decided to return in kind with the aggressive attitude to see if they liked it, and then they ended up leaving. And then called me a griefer and that kind of thing. But just simple things like that, camp etiquette. Like there's 99% of the time there's plenty of mobs. There's other camps. It may not be optimal, it may not be the best, but just be nice about it, you know? So that's something that I'm going to do, the camp etiquette video, that kind of thing. So video on pets damage and what they can do. Yes, that's a good idea as well. Yeah, there are a bunch of name mobs that people for some reason just kind of ignore. It's very interesting. And you know, a lot of them are Chevron, and people that are new may not understand chevron versus non-chevron, so that's a complex part. But I think a lot of that is really complicated by the fact that group XP is worse than solo XP, so more and more people are just soloing. Which kind of sucks because so much of the game is better in a group. So the ghostly Riddler spawns under this tree. So that's what we're just waiting on nightfall. All right. So if you need to talk to Savanya, yep. She's responding to people as soon as like 8 minutes ago. So you might go ahead and message her in game or in Discord real quick. So if you go to Pantheon support and you go up like one post, you're going to see Savanya, community manager. Just right click on her and do message, and then just kind of explain what happened. Like stay logged in, because she'll come to you and then hopefully be able to help. But yeah, just no. So just so do you have their official Discord on your? Oh, here. All right, I just DM'd you with their official Discord. But there's under new tester hub, there's a thing called Pantheon support, and then you'll see, or you just look in the name, it'll say VR staff. Look for Savanya, Savanja. But you'll message her. She's online right now, so. No, you're good. Do you see her name on the right-hand side? Or if you go to Pantheon support, you're able to do it. Yep. So now you're going to see the threads at the bottom. You see somebody posted like a GIF. And then right above it, you'll see VR Savanya Community Manager. Yep, just right click on her name and it'll say like profile, mention, call, message, etc. Just click on message and then just say, hey, look, this is what happened, kind of thing. One second, guys. My dogs are going crazy. The kiddo got home. I think we're on 2 now. I'm pretty sure we're on 2. Saw a big fiery skelly near Halnir Cave today. Absolutely. Yep, that dude is cool looking. Dude's ginormous. But grouping is more fun. Absolutely is. Yep, yeah, I absolutely recommend like either forming a group, even if you don't know like where to go or what to do, form a group and then just ask those people. There's going to be at least one person that's not brand new, most likely. And then if you don't know, run around till you con a mob and find out that they're a group and Chevron or whatever. Or you can watch my leveling guide, which is tailored to group after level like 4 or 5. So if you don't want spoilers, don't watch that guide though. people tend to use anonymity of internet to be jerks because they're kind of jerks and don't feel a need to hide it. Yeah, I mean, I feel terrible for being kind of an asshole back to them, to be perfectly honest, but at the same time, whether it was directed specifically at my wife or not, you're not going to say F off to my wife multiple times and get away with it. So, I mean, I'm just happy it was through chat and somebody didn't walk up and say that to her face, because it would have been a different reaction. We're on 2. Or we were on 2. Anyway, on to more positive and happy things. Is anybody cooking anything good for dinner tonight? That's a good point. Well, he still has his coin, so it feels like something weird happened. But yeah, you could try maybe pop over to 3 or yeah, just check. Yep. Ooh, a crunchy frog leg. Nature resistance. Mind if I snag some food and water from you? She's so used to dying in weird situations that she was like, "Oh yeah, I've done this before." So I just summoned that person some food and water. What time is it on that server? Yeah. I don't know, but it sounds like a tank item. Earring of Living Stone. Oh, step away, use the restroom real quick. Be right back. All right, folks, let me use the restroom real quick. I'll be back in 30 seconds. Be right back. Yeah. 30 seconds is how you get hemorrhoids. Oof. That or I'm insanely efficient. That is not the case. Ugh. Yeah, surely somebody has something like delicious in mind for this evening. I was going to do a brisket tonight. I have vetoed that. I think I'm going to do that later. Mainly because there's still a lot of snow like sitting on out there. And I really need to get in there and get my grill like cleaned out and do a little grill maintenance. It's supposed to thaw out pretty good, I think, the next 2 days or so. I'll probably do it then, and then maybe do that brisket next weekend. Oh, ads start in 22 seconds. Don't forget, if you have Twitch Prime, you can sub for free. If it's not to me, go to your favorite streamer, link your account, and use your Prime sub for your favorite streamer. All right, I will see you guys in approximately 90 seconds. 95 seconds, sorry. If you have a sub, you'll see me here for the rest of the 90-something seconds. You said you got an ad roll on YouTube, or was it on Twitch when you saw it earlier for that game? Okay, good deal. Gotcha. Oh, nope, nope, that doesn't sound like a good idea. You jumping doesn't sound great. Oh. Well, they'll just warp to you, but yeah, keep running. It's almost like I called it. Yep, Merida's like, this is just Merida's terminus at this point. Just got my best in slot cloak on my wizard. Feeling good. Hell yeah, man. Paladin the wizard. I love it. But yeah, congrats, man. What cloak did you get? I have so much tailoring shit in my inventory right now. Let's do summon food here. Oh, the Nightbane robe. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, Nightbane robe's good. 'Tis very good. Yes, for anybody who is a caster, being necromancer, summoner, enchanter, wizard, you want to look up or try to find the quest NPC that offers the Nightbane robe quest. If you don't know what that is and you want to know, you have to be level 6 to get the quest. If you don't want to know, plug your ears. I will wave at the camera when I am finished with the spoiler alert. Okay. So I'm starting right now. So plug your ears or hit mute, whatever it is. All right. Once you're level 6, if you go talk to Ilara, she is in Demeth, which is in AVP. So when you come into Demeth, you're going to go to the left. Once you cross that little bridge and you go in, you're going to go to the left. You're going to go up a hill. In that hill, there's a house. Okay. You're going to go in there. There's going to be a quest NPC called Ilara. You're going to talk to her. She's going to send you over to the shaman starting area back near Avelia. Okay. You're going to get that quest. Then it's going to ask you to go get 3 things, right? You're going to need to get Ratkin blood. You get that from Halnir Cave. You need to get Bright Cap mushroom, also in Halnir Cave. And then you need to kill the Nightbane toad, which is a night spawn frog that will spawn around the shaman area. And anywhere there's a frog, you have a chance to spawn the Nightbane frog. Okay, the Nightbane toad. So that toad is going to require like a group to kill if you are like level 6. If you're like level 12 or whatever and you can solo, you can probably get it yourself. Once you have those 3 components, you're going to turn all that stuff back into the same shaman dude, and he's going to give you a potion. You take that potion back to Ilara, you turn that in, and you get your nice Nightbane robe. That Nightbane robe looks exactly like this. 10 armor, 2 intellect, 10 mana, 18 spell crit. That's what it is. It's very, very good. All right. Spoilers are all over, but this is what the Nightbane robe looks like. If you want to get it eventually, find that quest NPC and work your butt off, get it done. Yep, Smiter's taking a little break. He's got real life stuff to get taken care of, so. Sorry, guys. Give me just 1 second. My brother texted me here. There we go. Okay. Eventually, it's going to be night. Go down, sun. Go down. Look at that beautiful God ray coming right through the trees right there. Isn't that cool looking? The earliest you can do it is level 6. Level 6 is required for you to get the quest. So like if you were to go talk to the NPC that gives the quest and you're level 5, that person will not say anything to you. They'll just give you the normal prompt, but there will be no quest. Yes, you can obtain it at level 6. I got mine done level 10, level 9. Well, there you go. See? Tirith just did it. Level 6. Yeah, killing the toad at level 6 can be difficult because that toad I think is like level 10, but it's not a Chevron mob. Is there quests like that for all types? Not all. If you don't want a spoiler alert, close your ears for just a second. I will wave when I'm done with the spoiler. So if you go over to the Ranger Guild, there's a Huntress. She has a few quests. One of those quests is for a breastplate that is really good. You should do that quest. All right, spoiler alert is over. I'm playing while watching you, and it is nighttime, but you are daylight. Yes, you're probably on a different server than me. We're a different shard. Those are not always exactly the same. I was wondering if there was permadeath server, if there were permadeath servers in EQ that someone could work. And is that something that could work with Pantheon? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they'll have something like that where you have like a hardcore server. Might be a thing. That would be really hard in this game because you're going to die a lot. Which Dire Lord or Paladin is the best? Which of the Dire Lord or Paladin is in the best state right now? I think Paladin is a little ahead of the Dire Lord. And I play a Dire Lord. That's my main. So I think Paladin is a little better than Dire Lord right now. Thematically, my favorite is Dire Lord. That's why I'm playing it. I'm not worried about min-maxing. I'm not worried about racing to the end of the game. I'm going to enjoy my journey and enjoy my class. Now, it is hard if like your class is severely gimped right now, a la Rogue. you know, it can be hard to enjoy that, especially if you do any solo content or want to do any solo content. But yeah, it would be very hard to do permadeath on here. It would be extremely impressive to make it to, like, you know, 40 in this case, because that's the max cap right now. It would be very impressive to make it to level 40 without dying. It's finally getting dark. We're about to get our ring. Sorry, it's not the most entertaining content here right now. Waiting on a spawn. But we're gonna go get 12 after this and get our corpse summon. Also, I've been trying to mention this. I sometimes forget. You're if you start in Wild's End or if you start in Throne Fast and you want to get back and forth, wizards have ports at level 15 now. So a level 15 wizard can teleport you to Wild's End or Throne Fast. So make sure to take advantage of that. I remember fighting those goblins northwest of the bridge after AVP. It shows not elite, but they hit like elites. Yeah, I got 2-tapped. Yep. And that is also a good point too. Like, that might be a better thing when everything is more balanced and tuned up to have something like that, but right now it would be very hard to do. Yeah, memming spells while you're running. Can you imagine that? You just like booking it. You got this book in front of your face, like repeating the same words over and over to memorize it. Do you use your summoner instant abilities like Manifest Decoy? I don't see it on your hotbar. I use Panic Creation as I cannot figure out the others. So yes, I do use these. So if you're solo, these are just going to do damage, right? However, if, for instance, you're in a group, you're going to cast this and it's going to create an opening gap, which looks like a debuff on the mob, right? The debuff doesn't do anything by itself. Someone in your group is going to come behind you, usually a melee, and they're going to consume that opening gap to do like armor debuff, resistance debuff, etc. Okay, so they're going to consume that opening gap that you placed on that mob. So your force, as an example, is going to open gap. It's going to do a little bit of damage. It's going to put that debuff on there. A rogue is going to say, oh, I need to reduce armor, and he's going to pierce the mob and then reduce their armor to like down by 25%. And then the rogue is going to do something like expose, right? And they're going to use their exposure skill. It's going to put an expose on the mob, which is going to be like it's like an outline of a person with like blue on the sides. And then you're going to use conjure chains, and that's going to slow the mob by 25%. So with 2 button pushes by each player, you're going to reduce the target's armor by, say, 25% and then slow the mob by 25%. Those are incredibly powerful in a group setting. Yep, and that's there's not that's the only not that's not the only 2 there are. So like H2O says, I use power sap doing 8% damage reduction. So any outgoing damage is going to be reduced by 8%, which is nice. Makes sense. I don't know how this works as I solo. Thanks for your time and wisdom. So they combo in group. Absolutely. Yep. Yeah, not a problem. I highly recommend grouping. I know the XP won't be as fast, but it's a lot more fun. And Chevron mobs, more often than not, give a lot better gear. Oh, sorry guys. Let me get back over here. What does Monobond do? Monobomb do? It says infuse your pet. Oh, Monobond. Okay, not bomb. Transfers your, yeah, so you're basically like in between fights. Say you have a DPS pet, and a lot of their DPS depends on how much mana they have. In between fights, you can basically push mana into a la like EQ Necro. You push the mana into your pet, so the next fight he's able to use his skills. Definitely gonna say about 500 for a new graphics card. I'm sure it's causing me to have less fun experience having to play at 22 FPS. Oh yeah. What graphics card do you have, Dot? Go back to Beardy's channel? No, but we like Tirith here. Nah, for really though, like, by all means, any Pantheon streamer, go hang out with them. Doesn't have to be me. I'm just here to answer questions and help folks enjoy the game like I do. $1080 Ti on laptop. So you're running 1080p on a 1080 Ti, and you're struggling. Are you on Steam or the classic launcher? Oh, you don't think he does Pantheon yet? Oh, okay. Okay. I mean, it doesn't have to be a Pantheon streamer. I just want everyone who's here to enjoy themselves, so. Whatever that means. Hanging out with me, bullshitting, having a glass of whiskey, drinking together. This guy's almost here, I promise. He's almost here. Also, if you're new to the channel, I am a whiskey fan. I don't drink very often, but if you do 5 gifted or 10 gifted, I crack open this bottle here. We drank about 1.5 bottles since the week before Christmas, and have a drink. And also, I'll go ahead and throw one out to those folks. who are here. It's old fashioned for you guys on both YouTube and Twitch there. You have it on Steam. So do me a favor, Dot. Find your installation directory and look for a dlss.dll file and rename it. Rename the .dll, rename it to something else. And then close your game, reopen your game, and see if that helps with your FPS. Somebody has mentioned that that did help them dramatically with their with their frame rate. So it might be something for you to try. Because I know some people have said they've had a 1080 Ti and had no problem. So Riddler is up. Yeah, yep. Okay, so you've got Pantheon closed. Oh, sorry, guys. All right, so you got Pantheon closed. Give me a second. I'll find the path. So do you know where Steam installed it? Let me find mine. So Steam apps, common, Pantheon, Rise of the Fallen. So you're going to have a file in your Steam installation. So it'll be like Steam apps, common, Pantheon, Rise of the Fallen. And then in that directory, there's going to be a file called this. So I'm going to go ahead and post it on both chats. So rename that file to like old NVNGX or whatever. Just put an old underscore in front of it or something like that. Just rename that file. And then relaunch the game and see if your game runs better. This has helped like several people that have been in the stream. Dismas Pickman. Pantheon also runs bad for me, but I messed with some graphics card settings that seems to have helped on a 4070. Oh yeah, 4070 should run this like butter. I'm running it on a 3090 and I have no issues. My wife is running it on a 2060 at 3440 by 1440 and she's got buttery smooth. Yep. Yeah, so that nvngx underscore dlss.dll, just rename it and try to launch the game. Don't delete the file, just rename it. In case something happens, then you can just rename it back. Maybe I can help save you $500. The jacked rabbit might be hard at your level. Oh, on Cal, yes, you should be able to solo the jacked rabbit. But don't leave us hanging, Dot. Let me know if that worked for you. Be so excited they're gonna log in, get like 80 frames per second, and be like, oh god. I hope. I really do. We had somebody that was getting like 5 frames per second on the stream, like right after Christmas, I want to say. And this completely fixed it for them. They were running perfectly fine afterwards. It seems to be limited to the Steam copy of the game, though. Like a bad DLL file. Oh shit, I saw the green and thought it was Xeris for a second. What do you mean you're on fire? Well, with you, you never know. That could not be an expression. You could literally have caught your character on fire somehow. And then sky dove off a cliff. The grizzled great paw is up. Mm-hmm. Instructions not clear. Cat caught on fire. Your corpse or what? Squiddy, I can't stop loving this game. Haha. Yes, absolutely, man. This game is really good. It is way better than it should be for basically an alpha state. It really is. All right, Dot, did it work? Did it work? We can just check. Hold on. You are on to. So Dot's gonna leave us hanging. No, Dot, no. Oh, never mind. Mr. Steel Rose, welcome in. How are you doing? Hopefully you've had a wonderful weekend so far. All right, everybody should be back from commercial, hopefully. YouTube doesn't tell me when it's like on commercial. It's just weird. You talked to Squiddy? Is he on YouTube? Yeah, Squiddy is on YouTube. Yep. That's his name on YouTube is Squiddy. Might be the guy I've grouped with. Okay. Nice. Squiddy, Mr. Steel Rose asks if you remember grouping with a paladin named Steel Rose on the EU server. Y'all said you're going to do AVP again? Okay, yeah, works. Get some chain. Working on the chain. Mr. Steel Rose, Squiddy says, "Hey Steel, I remember you. Epic grouping. Good tank as well. So yes, you guys can reunite. Reunited and it feels so good." That's super cool. Y'all like remember each other on two different streams. This is why I also say people's names a lot too. Although I will say, somebody did get me by making me say something I shouldn't have said by reading chat. A play on words, if anyone was here for that. He was fun to group with. Yeah. Y'all should continue to group together if y'all are both on the EU server. Had an enchanter named Steel Rose, but rerolled to Paladin with the same name. Good lord, guys, I'm sorry. I mean to yawn. Make y'all sleepy. I mean, I know the stream has not been that exciting so far, so just open this VOD when you need to go to bed and just watch it for a little bit, and you'd be like, tell him I log in now if he wants to start a group with me. I can tank at level 12 now. There you go, Squiddy. Steel Rose is logging in. Level 12 if you need a group. Do it. Y'all should get together. The other thing you could do too is I don't know if y'all want to exchange like names on Discord. You can friend each other or whatever. You can both jump into my Discord down below, and then we've got like public Pantheon channels you can jump into. You can use that. Always, like, this game is always better with friends, so that's no shit. Like, we've put together a couple of static groups in this guild. of like people that were all just looking for a group. We're like, hey, y'all should get together and play. Like it's like pantheonmatch.com for like no shit. We've put together 2 or 3 different statics, 6-man statics. Like it's fun to be able to rely on folks. Like not everybody's gonna be able to play like the same time every day and that kind of stuff. So you're gonna have to patch a person in here or there. But if you've got the core like elements to a group, or most of those, it's very easy to kind of patch those holes. And you can rely on each other, make friendships, create memories. It's the best part. All right, bear, wolf, and boar. So there's low quality wolf. Low quality bear. Okay. There you go. Sounds like a plan. What's the worst that could happen? Oh, okay. Sorry, folks, doing a little banking. I know, so exciting. Bank simulator, isn't it fun? Sell a bunch of this junk. All right. It's like D&D, a D&D group that meets once, one or few times a week. Absolutely. Exactly. All right. Parthax, got a question for you. I play Enchanter, but struggling to set up good communications over text for how quickly to designate mez targets. It's been very chaotic. Any advice? When a tank pulls 2, everyone just picks targets at random despite me trying to explain. Yeah, they need to use /assist and then the tank name. So what I try to do, so typically what I do is, as an enchanter, I'll assist the tank, see what target he's on, switch to the other and mez that one. Unless that other mob is like Iron Willed, in which case you can't mez it. They did /assist. I mean, it could be them switching targets. Yep. I mean, you could always, like, it's not going to help. Oh, Turth just said it. So, add a, so macro a spell that tells you what target, like, if it's too, like, shady, you know, outdoorsman or whatever, then, right, that's not going to be helpful. But if the names are different, that will be helpful to let them know which one they're mezzing. And if you don't know, it'll be like, your macro will be, it'll be something like this. When names are the same, I mean, they just need to look for the, they need to look for the thing over top of the head. It can be hard. I try to recommend people jump in like a Discord together or do something like that, even if it's like not specific for that. But I mean, it can be difficult. It's just trying to get people to communicate together, and it's hard with pugs. Yep. Yep. So that's one of the reasons, like, a lot of the enchanters want the aggro to flop to the person who breaks the mez. You guys running something? No, not really. Not really. We're just kind of casually killing. We were running we just did the Ring of Riddles quest. Where did y'all run to? Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I'm at the Shady Outdoorsman stuff right now. Oh, did I just pull something? What did I pull? I pulled a Shady Outdoorsman. Yep. Yeah, Shady Outdoorsman. Oh, they asked me wanted some buffs. You're good. Dark Helmet, thank you for stopping in. I must depart. I want to thank you for your content. Very entertaining and helpful. Thank you. Yeah, not a problem. Anytime. I'm glad you enjoyed it, and I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. Gotcha. Did you just say Trapper Keeper? Did you say Trapper Keeper? Well, that's a throwback. I ran past Zara and Ratbait on the way here, and I waved at him, and then Rat messaged me. He's like, hey, do you want Zara buffs? And then apparently right as he sent, do you want Zara buffs? I guess he crashed the desktop. So Zara sent me a text or a message, a whisper, and she goes, Rat told me to tell you he crashed the desktop. So what are we going to go kill? Oh, that's interesting. Oh, I was just pretending like you answered me. Why is Necropet not same level as Necro when it's summoned? You gotta summon multiple times. You want to summon multiple times and get the highest pet possible. They summon in a level range. That's a good question. I don't know the design decision around it because like the have y'all ever seen this little crystal down here? I don't know if I've ever seen this. Is that what this is? Yeah, you should punch that Wander Guardian and then just jump in the pond. Now, so people talk shit about the graphics. Look how good this looks. Got one level above me, but it's a pain. Went through a lot of chips to get it. So, I heard a rumor, I don't know if this is true or not, but you don't actually require bone chips to summon your pet. If it's one of the higher level pets. I think the lower level pets you still need bone chips for, but like the 20 pet or something like that, 18 pet, is not requiring bone chips. I don't know if that's true or not, I haven't tested it, but somebody had mentioned that to me, and I think it was bug reported already. Ethereal Fox, welcome in, welcome in. How are you doing? Hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Gonna go pull a bear? I can barely see anything. Oh. Do summoners get any spells to regain mana? Yes, Mana Bomb. Minor Mana Bomb. So basically you're gonna spin up, do your buffs, or not your buffs, but your debuffs and stuff. You're gonna do a couple of Spike Swarms, launch one out, and then hit Minor Mana Bomb. When that goes off, it's gonna restore some of your mana. The graphics grow on you. Stylization is sometimes superior to realism, that it will engage the imagination more so. I have said the same thing several times. The graphics, while they don't look good on stream necessarily, they really grow on you when you actually play the game. I completely agree, Dismas. Just got up from a nap, so I'm pretty good. All right. That's awesome. Oh, you know what? So here's the deal. So here's what I'm gonna do. I know JD is getting really close to his partnership with Twitch, so we're gonna end today, and I'm gonna push you guys over to him. I want to help him get him to his partner, if that's cool with you guys. You're good. You're good. Y'all can pick him up. Yeah, so I think that's what I'm gonna do. He hit me with a raid the other day. He's hit me with a couple raids actually. I haven't repaid the favor. So let's do that. Let's do that. Let's raid JD on. We want to make sure he gets his partnership because you know what? We're all about community here. So let's do that. I wasn't gonna do a ton of streaming today anyway. I was gonna do it till about dinner. So let's do that. Let's do that. All right, so we're gonna send everybody over here in a couple minutes. If you're over on YouTube, I greatly appreciate you guys. Thank you again so much. I'm gonna work on some YouTube videos this evening, but we're gonna go ahead and raid JD over on Twitch. So I appreciate you guys as always. Thank you again. Love you guys. I will see y'all tomorrow, streaming at 6 p.m. Central Time. But yeah, look forward to seeing you here shortly. All right, guys, have a good one.